The dusty heat of a small western town burned through the afternoon as people gathered at the town square for what seemed like a grim relic of the past in auction. Times had been hard. Droughts had ruined crops, and debts had broken many backs. Among the items listed that day was something no decent soul could fathom: a family of 6. A desperate mother and her 5 children, sold off after their land and home were repossessed. The sheriff had no choice. Laws were harsh, and mercy was scarce. Watching silently from the crowd stood Eli Carter, a quiet, weather-worn widower in his late 40s. Life had been cruel to him. He'd lost his wife to illness 2 winters ago, and since then he barely spoke. He worked odd jobs, kept to himself, and lived in a small cottage on the edge of town. No one really knew how much pain he hid behind his tired eyes, as the auctioneer called out for bids. The mother clutched her children tightly, tears streaming down her cheeks. The townspeople shifted uncomfortably, but no one stepped forward. Just when it seemed the family would be split apart forever, Eli raised his hand. His voice, soft yet firm, cut through the silence. "I'll take them all, together." A collective gasp swept the crowd. The auctioneer stammered, "You pay the full amount?" Eli nodded. Every coin he had saved meant, for repairs, food, or perhaps a long-forgotten dream, was handed over without hesitation. As the sun began to set, Eli led the stunned family to his humble home. He offered them food, a warm place to sleep, and something they hadn't known in a long time: safety. But the town couldn't stop talking. Why would a lonely man with barely enough for himself take in 6 strangers? Over the next few weeks, the quiet cottage blossomed with life. The children, initially withdrawn, began to laugh again. Eli worked harder than ever, teaching the boys to repair fences, the girls to tend the garden, and the youngest how to read by candlelight. Their mother, Maria, found new strength in caring for the home and helping others in town. Determined to repay Eli's kindness in every way possible. But what shocked the town wasn't just that he'd saved the family, was how they transformed together. Eli never treated them like a debt or burden. He treated them like his own. Word spread of his selfless act, and before long donations came in from nearby towns, churches, and good-hearted strangers. Food, clothes, tools. Eli's home, once barren, became a symbol of hope. Then came the twist no one expected. One of the children, Benjamin, the eldest boy, was a gifted artist. One day, he sketched Eli and the family, capturing every wrinkle, every smile, every moment of raw humanity. That drawing ended up in a traveling newspaper story about small-town kindness and caught national attention. Soon, reporters came. A philanthropist who had read the story offered Eli a grant to expand his land. And Maria was offered a job helping women in crisis. The town that once whispered now stood in awe. Eli's one act of compassion had done more than save a family, had revived an entire community's soul.